Okay, so Dana White was on the Nelk Boys podcast, the Full Send one.
Yeah.
I already knew you were going to respond.
It's
this
so
way.
awkward. I don't get me wrong. I get chasing views, and I get it. They're huge in that young demo. Like they're massive. I can't compete with those boys. I get it.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing in Dana that goes, I should probably sit down with somebody who fucking knows the sport. I should probably sit down where I can, because Dana is a genius when it comes to MMA. Like, I should probably sit down with someone that I can mentally, verbally spar with, go back and forth. When I see these clips and it's such a casual set of questions. Mm-hmm. It's the stuff that irks me as a guy who does what I do. I'll know if someone's a fan if they're talking about some of the young guys, these up and comers, Joshua Van. That dude, his boxing, how do you think you would do against how do you think you would do against Pantoja? And I'm like, this guy, he's into it, he kind of knows his shit. Let's discuss. When someone comes up to me and goes, dude, Conor, bro, dude, when's he fighting? You're just like, fuck. Or, dude, John, what's going on with him, dude? When's the John fight? You're just like, oh, fuck. And that's what this is. This is like so rudimentary. It's so surface level. Don't get me, I'm not hating on Dana for doing, I get it, dude. Part of me, it's just not what I do. Like people ask me to go on the podcast. I'm like, oh man, it's just not, I can't inside. I just can't. Like I'm not going to break down when Conor's fighting next for you. Or is Jake Paul going to fight Canelo? I don't want to do it, or when's John fighting or, shit like that. It's just not. So when I see this, I'm just like, oh man, I get it, but it kind of hurts my soul.
Damn, that much.
Yeah, where it's like, as the kids say, it's cringy.
Yeah.
Like, how much, again, if there would have to be some boundaries, but how much I would pay? I would pay as much as I pay for a pay-per-view to have Luke Thomas and Dana White sit down. We're not going to get all political, and it's not going to be a hate fest in the UFC, but for Luke Thomas's brain to go through and ask the questions that people that are into this sport need answers to, buddy. How much is a pay-per-view? And he puts it on his, his channel for Luke, and he charges for it. I'd pay as much as a pay-per-view to have someone legit who knows the fucking game sit down with Dana and go through these steps with no agenda. And there's no gotcha. Just literally be like, go through actual shit we want to know, not the super fight stuff. Hey, dude, Conor at the White House, come on. That's never fucking happening. Dude, John Jones, what's up with that? Huh? How great would it be if he sat down with Luke Thomas, Ariel, the legit journalists? Mendenhall, legit, Pete Carroll, legit fucking journalists. And someone goes, be honest, dude. You got to be like the rest of us. You got to be sick of John Jones shit. Do you actually care if he comes back? Don't give us the promoter, dude. Well, the best of all time. It would be great at the no. Seriously, take the wall down. How sick of it are you of answering when's Conor coming back? What's the deal with Conor? When's John Jones coming back? Mm-hmm. In hindsight, did you make a mistake letting him carry the belt this long? Was it fair to Tom? If you could redo it, would you have allowed Conor to fight Floyd and have your hand in it, even though you guys made more money than God? In hindsight, it kind of fucked him over. Mm-hmm. In hindsight, was it fucked up having Michael Chandler wait 2 years for Conor? What actually happened there? Just like legit questions we want to hear. Not, is John Jones fighting at the White House? Is Conor McGregor, dude, if he comes back, dude, Conor Topuria, are we going to see that? You're like, well, slam my dick in a door. Well, my fucking 9-year-old can spit these out, dude. He knows his shit on this level. I'm talking actual fucking journalism. Where does it exist? And I know people are like, what, dude, he's getting views. I know. Or insert this influencer getting views talking about John Jones McGregor. I get all that. But there has to be both. And when I see this, and when I see Dana only giving this attention, in my mind, I go, we're fucked. There has to be both. There just has to be. You have to have someone that are actually in the sport, have been around it for fucking 20 years. They eat, sleep, and live this sport. And they're going to ask you questions that a lot of us give a fuck about, man. And it's not smoking mirrors, and it's not selling fucking tickets, but it's actual stuff we care about. Because it's not the NFL, it's not the MLB. You're the guy that makes the calls. And when you're going on these cupcake shows, they're going, dude, bro, is Ronda coming back? You're just like, well, fuck me in the ass. This is what the hard-hitting questions. No one's going to hold his feet to the fire. It would be, and we can have both. Do this, and then go on Ariel. Do this, and then talk to Luke Thomas. Do this, and then talk to Chuck and Pizzi. Do that, man. You can do both. But when you're just playing in candy lane ass, it does the sport such a disservice. And to be completely honest, nobody takes it serious. Nobody, man. Nobody. And then they're like, oh, I wonder why there's all these reaction channels and there's all this gossip and there's so much trolling and there's so much toxicity in MMA. Because we live in a conspiracy fucking sport. Nobody gives us straight shot answers. We're left to our own accord. That's basically what it is. It's this weird thing, man, where even rankings really don't matter. None of it really, it's becoming a gimmick. It's becoming the WWE. Which again, you can live in both worlds, and I get it, it's entertainment. But in order to get the fucking roots of the sport, of actual mixed martial arts, it's mixed martial arts. It's not mixed martial entertainment. You have got to address this side of the fan base who actually give a flying fuck about the sport and pays for your terrible fucking pay-per-views weekend in, weekend out. You have got to address that because you're forgetting them. You're forgetting them. And you're turning them off by going so pro-Trump all the time. Again, pro-Trump guy here. I don't give a fuck. It doesn't bother me. I know for a lot of fan base it does. But they would forgive all that if you just answered some direct, actual journalistic questions. Because when it's just this marketing campaign over here, marketing toward the right and doing all this shit, you're forgetting this whole other fan base. You're also forgetting the hardcores that help get you to where you're at. The Luke Thomases, the Chuck Mendendahl, the fucking Pizzi. You're forgetting that those guys carried the torch, went into CBS, went into these networks, ESPN before UFC was there. And they're like, hey man, this sport's really cool and I know it. I'm an expert. And I can speak on it and I'm educated, I'm smart, and I have college degrees. That made the people that were like, this is human cockfighting go, well, these guys are pretty well spoken, can break it down pretty fucking good. Maybe we should give them a shot. Those are the guys boots to the ground back in the day. And now you don't need them and you're forgetting about them. And you're doing these cupcake fucking interviews that for a guy like me, and I'm nowhere near the level of those other guys, but I know my shit. But I'm nowhere near like actual journalists, the Luke Thomases, the Pizzis, the Ariels, the Brett Okamotos. I'm not them, nor do I tell you that I am. But I know my shit. I competed in it. That's but I don't know as much as them. You're doing them such a disservice, man. And their numbers are down. Because the young kids, if you're new to the sport, you watch the Nelk boys.